And welcome back here to the second stage of the PPL NX. Today we are going over my team that I got for this stage of the draft. So a little explaining to do beforehand. In this stage they basically unbanned most of the high tier that were banned in the first stage. So stuff like gouging fire and stuff are back and ready to rumble basically. Also, they allowed some pretty funky stuff. But I think we'll get to that in a second. So, which plays in the draft did we get? We got plain last. Out of 12 people, I believe. And yeah, usually I wouldn't expect to to actually get anything crazy back, but I was able to convince some people to not snipe me, because I think many of my friends believe that Mon is a complete fraud, but but I wanna convince me otherwise. So I really wanted to use that thing, and as our first pick, we got Shaman Sky for 16 points. Why is it only so motherfucking cheap? Um, yeah, what can that thing do? Basically, flinch stuff down and seed flat drop everything into oblivion, basically. Um, insane speed stat with 127 can basically be put on any team and will probably do work most of the time, and forces really dumb prep with certain cover cloak mons. But I think that's where Shaman's Sky's weakness lies. Like, if you cannot get any speed drops or something like that into their more bulky mons, it really doesn't do that much crazy damage, because like 120 base special attack isn't that high in today's standards. And if you decide to run choice picks or something like that, yeah, like it's taking rocks damage. It's prone to get worn down pretty quickly by that, and be put into priority range. So I think it's definitely handleable for sure. Yeah, since we had wheel pick, I really wanted something that supports Shaman pretty well with some nice knockoffs. So I got myself Roaring Moon. I'm a big Roaring Moon enjoyer. Great speed stat, great typing, and even better move pool. Can be basically everything on a team, since its stats are pretty insane. Like those HP and SPDF stats are really nice. So we can actually sponge certain hits pretty well. Also great Scarfer, Bandit, Protosynthesis. It can really be anything on this team. Then next up, I really wanted good hazard removal, to be honest, that still had like some utility to it, and I think we managed to get a pretty great mon. I'd say, because we managed to grab Quaquavel next. Honestly, but what is there much to say about that? It's a great ice resist. And yeah, rapid spin, pretty great as well. Flip turn, U turn. I mean, y'all probably seen Quaquavel do some crazy work on somebody else's team. And yeah, also nice speed stat as well with 85, forces a lot of prep from our opponents as well, so they don't not get swept immediately by Aqua Step plus Maxi. And yeah, so, and for our next pick, I really wanted a great fairy resist, because we were pretty fucking weak to that stuff at this point in the draft. And yeah, I decided to grab the other asshole mon in Jirachi, because why not have one Zerine Grace mon when you can have two Zerine Grace mons? So I just grabbed that thing, because honestly, it's still a pretty great support mon. And for 13 points, I always take that motherfucker. Yeah, I love Jirachi. Also gives us some nice stealth rocks as well as some nice momentum and wish support. Um, yeah, so next turn, honestly, I was kind of struggling what to get next. I really wanted a great ground type, and to be honest, I do not know why the fuck that thing made it back to us, but I just grabbed Landorus T because honestly, I'm such a motherfucking big Landorus fan. I love him. Um, yeah, I mean, what I probably don't need to say anything about Landorus. You know what it can do: Stealth Rocks, U-turn, Earthquake, Choice Scarf, SD, like you name it, Landorus can do it, basically. And yeah. And next up, I also wanted a nice fairy typing. And honestly, for that price point it was at, I had to get back our goat from the last stage, Galarian Wheezing. With a motherfucking goat. And the funniest thing is, I can terra that boy. Yeah. So how this stage works is basically you get to choose. um so basically you can terra anything if it has the terra symbol on the tier list, basically, which is honestly also kind of ass because certain people have like seven Terramons which can Terra into anything, basically. But before the battle, you have to announce basically two of your mons to the opponent and their respective Terra types, basically. But yeah, that makes prepping for certain Terras absolutely unbelievable difficult. But yeah, let's see how we deal with this later or tomorrow. You'll probably see it tomorrow then in our first game. Yeah. So Galarian Weezing is gonna be one of our Terra captains, and yeah, I think you saw what Galarian Weezing did last stage. Then next up, I also wanted actually our best pink fat blob back in Blissey, because honestly, with it can also free Terra, and for 5 points, why the fuck did it get even cheaper than last stage? That thing is still so motherfucking good, especially if you can Terra into anything. Also, Terra Blast, pretty great move on it, since it can has stab beforehand with Terra with just being the normal type, and then yeah, changing its type afterwards. Stealth Rocks and stuff is pretty standard Blissey stuff, and yeah, it's basically our big fat wall. Also, I wanted to grab another nice fighting resist for Blissey, and many people asked me afterwards who hurt you, but yeah, actually nobody did. So I grabbed one of the best partners for Blissey in Skeledirge, because what does Blissey invite into? Yes, it's always probably some physical setup or something like that, and Skeledirge is here to wall those motherfuckers and burn somebody in the process, maybe. Yeah. Also, it was pretty cheap for 11 points again, so honestly, it was kind of a no-brainer for this point in the draft. And honestly, Dodge not going as late as like pick, I think it was 8 or something like that, was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. Also, our budget was pretty super big in 120 points, which allowed us to actually draft so many high tier mons there. Yeah, I mean, you all know what Dodge does, and yeah, you probably see it do something on the squad. Then for our next two picks there, we had 19 points left basically at this late stage of the draft, and yeah, I really honestly, I only wanted to have 10 months because I think this team worked pretty well with just any of these 10 months. And yeah, I wanted to shoot for some crazy stuff there. So I wanted to get the other goat back from stage 1, aka Big Lycanroc, which can also Terra into basically anything. I'm super stoked to use it with Terra this time around, because honestly, just Terra Rock Stone Edge Choice Band into anything does some pretty crazy damage. Also tearing out of some of our weaknesses, and yeah, changing our types will also be pretty nice, which allows us finally to hit certain stuff much harder than we did before. And if you all saw our last run, it already did some crazy fucking shit, to say the least. And yeah, also rounds up our speed tier pretty well, from Roaring Moon to our Jirachi. And yeah, just some pretty great overall revenge killer. Yeah, as our last pick, I really wanted to have some spikes, because this team was lacking spikes like crazy, to be honest. And I picked another motherfucker, which was great for Blissey, and Dio Speed, which also for some reason was only at 12 points. And honestly, it fitted perfectly into my team, into this style of team, because honestly, it's super splashable. Like, you could basically play any team style with it, be it hyper offense or super mega stall. Dio can do it all. And yeah, I'm pretty hyped to use it. Unfortunately, we can't Terra that thing, but honestly, Dio is still great, and I'm super excited to use it. And yeah, as our final pick, we could again, like last stage, get a mascot pick. And honestly, I think it was the most fitting to only pick Happiny, the baby of Blissey. Yeah, I mean, it's a Happiny. It's just there. Doesn't really help with our team or something like that. It looks happy. And honestly, I'm very happy with this team and how it turned out. And yeah, I'm super hyped for these battles. Yeah, let me know how you like this team in the comments down below. And I hope you are also excited, just as me, for this next stage. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow in our first battle. Bye!